Finally, 2021 is over and we have some good news. CES is in full swing and we've got 2 exciting new VR headsets. We've got new games. Things are looking awesome. So many cool features. There's so much to talk about. A few days ago, things weren't looking great. Pimax had pulled out at CES, Meta had pulled out. It was looking like VR might not feature, but boy, did it feature. There is so much to talk about. Welcome to Rush Reality. I am Sam and this is your VR news. First up, straight off the bat, you've probably seen it pop up in your social feeds already, but Sony confirmed the details of the PSVR 2, and so many of our leaks were correct. This thing is looking like an absolute beast. I've got the specs here. It is an OLED panel, so you're gonna get those perfect blacks. That's what we've spoken about. That is gonna add so much to immersion. And the resolution is exactly like we discussed, 2000 pixels by 2040 per eye. That is higher than the Quest 2, and that will give a very, very good gaming experience. It comes with a variable refresh rate panel for 90Hz to 120Hz refresh rates. You've got a field of view of 110 degrees. That is higher than the Quest 2, but like I've told you in the leaks, take that with a pinch of salt. Often these specs are bumped up. We've got the 4 cameras for inside-out tracking. That really does push them into the current gen. That means you can get rid of your camera that came with the PSVR 1. It will not be needed. It comes with a built-in microphone and it will feature a USB-C connection. That means, like we heard, it's not going to be wireless. So it should be a similar experience to that you get when you connect your Quest 2 to your PC via the USB-C. I would expect some compression, but a pretty smooth experience. It's got sensors inside the headset that track eye movement for foveated rendering, so they only need to reproduce images that you're actually looking at, and it's capable of reproducing 4K HDR content. That means things are going to look fantastic and they're going to be really easy to run. The PS5 is already loads more powerful than the standalone power in the likes of the Quest 2. Pair it with some foveated rendering and this thing is going to be an absolute monster. I think PlayStation VR could be where the most exciting content is in the coming years. Controllers are exactly as the leaks said, really exciting. It's got those adaptive triggers that we got from the DualSense controller. Really, really good. That should add so much. Also, they've put in capacitive sensors so they can tell where your fingers are placed. I love that. I'm always disappointed when a manufacturer leaves it off. It really does make a big difference when you can see your fingers moving in the game just as they do in real life. And to top it off, they come with a built-in lithium-ion battery. Now that is a big advantage. It really winds me up when my Quest 2 controllers or HP Reverb G2 controllers run out of battery. Slows things down, you don't need it, it's wasteful, and rechargeable batteries just should be included. But Sony didn't leave it there because they went on to show us some gameplay. And I was expecting they'd probably show us some gameplay from Gran Turismo 7 because we've seen leaks that that's what they've been using to demo some recent hardware. But they didn't. They instead went with a new game based on the Horizon franchise. Now this looks awesome. The graphics look fantastic, completely next gen compared to the original PSVR stuff. This is really going to push things forwards. I'm kind of glad they didn't go with GT7 because we know that's going to come. It's so easy to port that to VR, you just need the cockpit view, you're kind of set, nothing else really needs to be done. But building a game from the ground up is much, much better. So Horizon should be awesome. That will be top of my list. Sony weren't the only company to come forward with new hardware. We got sights of a very exciting new headset from Panasonic subsidiary Shiftall. They gave us the Meganex, an ultra-light 5.2K VR headset. It's kind of got vibes of a Vive Flow, it's really sort of small and sleek. But big advantage over the Vive Flow, this is Steam VR compatible, so you're going to be able to use it to play games. This thing looks really impressive. It's got a 250 gram foldable frame. It looks really tiny and really sleek, but they've managed to pack in some ridiculously good specs. This thing's got a micro OLED screen, so again, you're gonna get some really, really good picture quality. And that 5.2K resolution is split across your eyes, giving you 2560 by 2560 pixels per eye. That is really impressive. It's got 6 degrees of freedom camera-based inside-out tracking, it's got built-in speakers, it's got Snapdragon XR1 chip, and it's compatible with Steam VR. That is incredible. I don't know how they've managed to pull this off. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Shiftall, if you're out there, get in touch, because I would love to try this thing. And the last bit of VR news that's come out CES so far, and there is still one day to go, comes from Canon. That's right, Canon, the camera company, have got some really interesting software that they've been promoting at the event. Basically, you know how we're waiting for the inevitable move to the metaverse where we all start to communicate using these funky cartoon-style avatars? Well, Canon thinks we might never need to do that. Basically, they've got this really cool software that lets you set up a Canon camera pointed at you wearing a VR headset. And and they will use some fancy algorithms and special equations to remove that headset from your view so people can see you as if you're there without the headset. It's really, really cool. It means that video calls will be much more lifelike because you won't need that cartoon style. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today. There is still one day left at CES. Maybe there is still some magic left to come. If you've enjoyed this video, do us a favour, press the like button. And if you want to see content like this in the future, then a sub to the channel would be awesome. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.